Welcome, everybody, to the very first episode of a podcast at the movies. I'm your host, Stephen Daniels, and we are live at the Aberdeen location of Horizon Cinemas. And I'm going to point to this person because I can hear myself up there. There we go. The mute. Yep. We're still working out the technical difficulties. That's okay. We'll be fine. I do have my co-host along here with me today, Seth. Seth, what's going on?
Same old. Beautiful day here at Horizon Cinemas Aberdeen.
That's right. Now, Seth, you have been working for Horizon for a long time, right?
Over a year, 2 months, give or take.
Okay. And you work at the Fallston location, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
All right. And what do you do over at the Fallston location?
So I'm a part-time manager. I'm not managing all the other location, all the other stuff, whether it's cleaning, cooking, you name it, I do it. That's my job.
Awesome. And you have been watching movies for a very, very long time.
Yes.
So you're excited for tonight.
Absolutely.
Tonight is Thor debuting tonight here, and it's been busy all day here.
Yes, absolutely.
Been busy all day, and at all the locations, it's been very busy. What are you most excited for tonight in this movie? Because I know you're excited to watch it.
Well, I mean, you gotta realize it's also the first start of Phase 4, right? This is what gets the ball rolling. This is what gets the new Avengers movies. Basically, it's the beginning of the second start.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what they do with Thor, what they plan to do with Natalie Portman doing a 180. We all saw the trailer. We saw the trailer. Right?
We're going to watch the trailer here in a minute.
Absolutely. So it's also, I don't know. I'm just excited about where they go. And Taika Waititi is a talented director. He did Thor Ragnarok, which had a little bit better.
Which was my favorite Thor movie out of all the Thor movies.
A little bit of comedy. Korg, of course. He uses Korg. What a great character.
We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna talk about the MCU.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some Marvel trivia for people that are here right now. They had just let in the first movie, so we're waiting for the next movie to show. We got some people here watching, and if people come in dressed, we got some giveaways here. I got my man Daniel. Daniel, bring over one of these things that we're giving away tonight. What do we got? We got some koozies. We got some Horizon Cinemas. What is it? The hand sanitizer. I couldn't think of the name, but you got it. Appreciate it, my man. We got it all set up here. I'm pretty excited. So this is the first ever episode. We're gonna see what works. We're gonna see what doesn't. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do some Marvel trivia. But without further ado, let's go ahead and play that first trailer for tonight's debut. It actually opens everywhere tomorrow, but a lot of theaters opened it today, and that is Thor: Love and Thunder.
There's a maniac who seeks to end us all. I'm putting together the greatest team ever.
Are you Pat? Yes.
We've got Korg.
He's my best friend.
Yes. There's my ex-girlfriend Jane. Valkyrie.
This is the best day of my life.
The Guardians.
And giant goats.
Oh, look at those. They are wonderful.
Yes, they are. They also scream quite a lot.
You said this would be a relaxing holiday.
I said it was going to be like a relaxing holiday. Human handshake. It's the Asgardian shake. Into the snake that you cannot trust. Really dragging this out. And finish the classic Asgardian high one.
In theaters July 8th. Tickets on sale now.
All right, so we just saw the movie trailer. It looks awesome. I'm super excited about it. What when you are getting ready to watch, because you're a big Marvel fan, you've seen all the movies.
Every single one.
Okay, so out of all of the ones that you've seen, what makes you the most excited about this movie? For me, I'll tell you real quick.
Yeah.
I'll answer my own question first.
Go for it, yeah.
For me, it is definitely seeing Guardians of the Galaxy in here again, because there's only supposed to be one more movie for them.
Exactly.
So any extra I can get Peter Quill,
Right.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
The whole cast, though, not just Peter Quill.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Well, who's your favorite Guardian of the Galaxy is the real question.
I would say my favorite guy is Little Trash Panda. Volume 2 if they weren't got that.
No, look, I totally understand. The other thing that I think is really, really interesting to hear from or to see is understanding how this works in the next phase of the MCU.
Yeah, I'm I'm cautiously hopeful, right? Um, the problem is, in the past, a lot more movies they have the same directors or at least the same producers. This new phase, they're trying every single chance to get is a new director, a new producer. For example, this one's Taika Waititi, and he did Thor Ragnarok again, like we said before, the best Thor movie around
Yep.
so far. So
Yep.
far, of course. So I'm curious to see how they kind of let each director do their own thing while still making it all flow together.
Definitely, definitely. If you guys are watching right now on YouTube, hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button, comment. I want to hear where you guys are watching from right now. And what is the last movie that you went to see at the theater? I want to hear from you. So put that in the chat. As people come in, we'll ask them and we'll get their take because I want to talk to the people that come into the movies.
It's been a while since we're just now getting back.
This is the first. For some of these people, this is the first movie they've been back to since the pandemic.
Exactly, it's a big deal. I mean, you have to leave a good impression. Marvel, step up their game. They're doing what they got to do.
They definitely are. I think one of the things that I was trying to explain to somebody the other day, a friend of mine, that when you're looking at what's the difference between going to a theater and sitting at home? Should I wait for this to come out? And I tell people it's so much better to watch a movie like this in the theater on a big screen with the surround sound than being at your house.
Oh yeah, well, along with the special effects, right? Special effects always big on the big screen, 4K. These basically supercomputers that you call projectors, right?
Yep.
You got to see the special effects on the big screen. Also, the whole idea of like those big moments, like Endgame, for example, when everyone's cheering, everyone's crying. It's nice to be there with everyone, experience it in a crowd of people. It's always a better experience.
One of the things that I remember watching from Endgame, Avengers Endgame, was just like, and I kind of just alluded to it or touched on it earlier, was how is Marvel going to make that next step? Because, like, look, we can go back to the first Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
And we were excited for it. And we got to see how all these other little characters have kind of come up and been excited for it. Are you excited to watch the show, the movie? Are you going to see Thor? Are you going to see Thor, bud? I'm talking to you. You want to come here and say hi? You want to get on the screen? Here, get up here. You can talk right here on the mic. You can say hello to everybody. Lift him up here, Daniel. Lift him up so he can get up here. All right. What's up, man? What's your name?
My name's Wesley.
Wesley? Are you going to see Thor?
No, I'm seeing Minions.
You're seeing Minions. I was so excited to see Minions. All right, who's your favorite Minion? Is it Bob? Do you like the one with one eye or two eyes? You like one eye or the 2-eye one? Two? I like the 2-eye one. Cool. You got candy. What kind of candy you got there? Swedish Fish and Sour Patch Kids. I like it, man. All right, is this your first time back at the movies in a while? Did you come with your dad? Awesome. All right, man. Hey, Wesley, go ahead and get a little prize off there from Daniel, and you have a good one. Thanks for coming, man. No problem, bud. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. That's what it's all about right there. We'll bring Seth back in here. I had to replace you as co-host there for a second.
He's just a better host. I don't have to say. He nailed it. My own replacement now. I'll drive back home. I'll enjoy the movie.
Exactly. I'll go to the movie, then enjoy it. You know, you were talking about watching a movie here compared to watching it, at home, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the look, don't get me wrong, Disney Plus is cool, but the movie theater, watching a movie here is the experience.
Yeah.
Is 10 times better. I'm trying to look. I'm biased. I'm representing the movie theater here, but is it not a better experience to see a movie like this in the theater?
Oh, entirely, and not just seeing it in the theater, but walking in, you smell the popcorn. You have to have fresh popcorn.
Yep.
Better than microwave popcorn. You have to get your cool, crisp drink. You go into the theater, recline. Now that they all have recliners, right? Before stadium seating, now we have fancy seats at almost every location. It's all about the experience. I think the thing about movie theaters is they're staying up to date with these newer experiences. They're trying to get people in seats, and these bigger movies are just better in the bigger screen.
What are some of the intricacies, like watching a movie, like the sound effects, right? Like hearing like an arrow go by you, or hearing the hammer, Thor's hammer, go by your head, right? Like that makes a difference
right,
too.
The surround sound, just like that. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. We said it's Thor. I mean, his hammer, right?
Yeah.
Going to catch it. We saw all that. We saw that scene in the trailer where he goes to catch the hammer and Natalie Portman catches it right behind.
Well, I'm so excited for that, by the way.
I don't know what's gonna happen after it. Like it's like you're hooked, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think the other thing that I find interesting too is how they're going to, I keep on coming back to it. Is there a storyline that you see this where like neither one of us have watched the movie, so there's no spoilers to give here. Where do you predict the story goes for Thor though? Because this is the fourth movie, right? Is this
Yes,
fourth?
four.
This is the fourth movie. What else can you do with Thor's character? I don't think this is the completion of his character. I think this is.
I think it's a step in that direction. I think what they're doing is they're trying to pass the torch off to like Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson, who plays Valkyrie, of course. I believe that what they're trying to do, just like in Endgame, right, when Captain America passed off his shield. Right?
Shield, yeah.
So I feel like it's just another stepping stone. It's not the last scene of Thor, but the stepping stone towards the next generation of who's going to play Thor.
Maybe Liam Hemsworth, this might be his last.
I think we got one more out of him.
I think so too. I think so too. I think we'll see him one more time in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah,
and I think that's where his character, which I'm excited for that too. All right, so we're here at Horizon Cinemas in the Aberdeen location. If you've never heard of Horizon Cinemas, we have 5 locations. We have Aberdeen, we have Falston, we have Beltway Plaza. What else am I missing here?
Sun Valley.
Sun Valley. Where's the 5th one, guys? Help me out. Beltway Plaza, Sun Valley, Marley Station. Couldn't remember
right
the
next to
fifth
each
one.
other, pretty much, right?
Yep. And what I love about coming to the theater here compared to, say, I don't want to say a bigger theater because this is huge, this is great, is that everybody here, you get to meet people. So one of the things that I'm going to do that you're going to see throughout each episode is we're going to talk to somebody new from each location and get to know them, because I feel like that is how, when you walk into a theater and you'll see Seth, you'll be like, oh man, I saw you on the podcast. I had so much fun hanging out with you on there, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's what it's all about. So if you're watching right now, hit the like button, share, let your friends know about us. And what are you excited to see in theaters coming up this summer? Or that maybe you have seen recently? I want to hear from you. Put it in the chat right now. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, put it in the comment section because we want to hear from you. What movies have you seen lately?
So I mean, I've seen pretty much everything from Minions to Black Phone, Elvis.
How is Black Phone? I haven't seen Black Phone yet.
I went in with mid expectations because Blumhouse, they're known to kind of like just shove out stuff. But all things considered, it was actually a really.
I love Ethan Hawke.
Movie. Yes,
I love
exactly.
Ethan Hawke.
And he stays true to his character in that movie. He does a great job of playing this kind of scary creep, right? This clown that's a little scary, a little creepy. Not like It level scary, but still like you feel off-putting by it. And I won't spoil the twist, but I'd say
there's a good twist.
Watch. Yeah, it's a pretty solid.
Oh yes, I'm so excited. It's actually one of my favorite movies to watch. Like I want to see that this year, because I feel like the superhero movies, you know what you're getting, right? You're going to get entertainment. You're going to get action packed. When you see some of these other movies that aren't like superhero movies, you're like, what am I in for? So that one looks good. There's one that's coming out in November called Amsterdam that looks. Have you seen the preview for that yet?
No, I have not.
It's amazing. It's got like Chris Rock, Michael Shannon, Timothy Olyphant. It's got 14 A-list actors on it, and I feel like it's going to be.
It's not Sherry's Ronan, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
I saw it for like a day or
It
two
looks
ago.
amazing. Well, that's the other thing too. I love watching movie trailers.
Yeah.
Right. Like I can watch movie trailers all day long, all day, and that was one of the things that like when we were in a bubble, right? When COVID was ramping up and was big and everything was shut down, I missed the trailers. That's the other thing I love about going to the movies is you get like 5 or 6 movie trailers. You're like, oh, that looks good. That looks really, really good. So I am excited for a lot that's coming out. All right, let's kind of get back to the movie theater experience. One of the other things that I love, what is your favorite movie theater snack? Because that's some of the best parts about going to the movies.
That's tough. Well, it has to be a little sweet, a little sugary, right? So definitely a candy. I would go more towards. I know this might be controversial, but Swedish fish.
What?
Yeah, Swedish
What?
fish. I don't know. like you said, like with
Daniel, you're shaking your head. You like Swedish Fish too?
Yeah, okay,
Oh.
thank you. I got a little bit of backup here.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Swedish Fish.
You know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. Every bite you have is
Raisinets. You can't go wrong with Raisinets.
I mean, if you like chocolate, you
I like
chocolate,
chocolate.
right?
Snow Caps,
So then I go for
Raisinets. Goobers are good too. Goobers are good too. Like anything chocolate's good. I
You're
like
not wrong, yeah.
it. And then the popcorn. The big tubs of popcorn are always good to go.
The extra butter. Oh.
Well, one of the really cool things about Horizon Cinemas is you can get food here. We have, what do we have? Chicken tenders.
Flatbread pizza,
Yep.
cheesesteak egg rolls, yeah.
And we can get them sent right to your seat. So you can order it here and then go right to your seat and get it set up, which is awesome.
Sweet. You got funnel cake fries as well. Who doesn't like funnel cakes, right?
Hey, look, my wife is watching. My whole family's watching back at home. Hello, everybody. Wave hi to them. My daughter says, Savannah says Lightyear was her favorite movie. Did you see Lightyear?
Yes, I did.
Lightyear was so good.
Yeah.
You know, for somebody like me, like Toy Story has such a big,
Yeah.
like I grew up on.
It's a generational
It's a
thing.
generational thing. And I think one of the things that I enjoyed about Lightyear was seeing the idea of what Buzz was and how he came, like how he was a toy to begin with.
His backstory, his origin story.
That is the best way to put it, his origin story. Now, I liked at the beginning, and again, I'm not trying to give spoilers away for Lightyear, because my wife just said no spoilers. Yeah, but I do think at the end of the day, one of the things that I enjoyed about it was it said this is based on a movie that Andy, the kid in Toy Story, watched, and that's why he got Buzz Lightyear.
His favorite movie, yeah, exactly.
It's so good. Did you see Lightyear yet? Oh man, dude, it's fire. It's such a fire movie. I enjoyed it a lot. What are some other, like we this isn't the Avatar comes out later this year.
Right
James
around Christmas
Cameron.
time, yeah.
That movie
13 years in the making. Can you believe it took him 13
Well, it took him
years?
10 years to make the first one, right?
Yes.
And it took him 13 years to make this one.
But they're also planning 3, 4, and 5. They're all in the works.
They're all in the works, and this has been pushed back. Correct me if I'm wrong. Avatar's been pushed back 4 times. It was supposed to come out 2.5 years ago during COVID.
Yeah.
And then it got pushed out 2 other times there. Yeah, so I mean that to me is something that is very interesting from that standpoint. So why does it take so long to make a movie like Avatar?
Well, you got to realize that there was no prior story, no prior, like Marvel movies. They have comic books, they have graphic novels, they have possible TV shows that were in the 70s, 80s, if not before then, cartoons. A show or a movie like Avatar, there's nothing. There's nothing at all. So you have to have an entire room of writers, an entire director, production crew, pretty much create the entire thing from scratch. Like, especially the CGI for a movie like that.
Yeah.
It's incredible, considering it's all from scratch.
Come around here, man. We got to get the battery saver on. Here, right here. The battery's in the back there. It's a big thing. All the things I forgot to do. I forgot to plug in the laptop, and so it's been on for a while and it's dying now. All right, it's in here. There we go. We'll plug it into the back here and we'll get it plugged up here. One of the things that I find very interesting when you're talking about a movie like Avatar is the CGI.
Yes.
Right? And that goes back into what I was talking about with here, let me plug this in real quick. There we go. That's what I go in talking about, like Thor, right? Like, why have they been able to make 20 superhero movies over the last 10 years that have been all great blockbusters, right? And I think it's because of the CGI effects compared to what they were years ago. Would you agree?
To a level, I'd agree. I think a good story and good acting play a major role. Like, you can have very special effects, but if it doesn't have a good story, then it's like watching like one of those backgrounds on a hotel TV where it's like slideshows, right?
But you remember those original Batmans, right? Like with
Yeah.
George Clooney and Val Kilmer. Like, and granted, look, it's Marvel and DC, but you have to admit that some of those were a lot cheesier than the movies today that Marvel puts out.
Yeah, but I also think it's tone wise, right? Like, they knew they were going for cheese, right? Yeah, it was somewhat serious at the time. We look back, it's going to be cheesy. If we look back at like maybe some of the original Marvel movies,
Yeah.
it might be a little cheesy now as well because they might still look great, but that's just how movies age,
Yeah.
right? And especially a movie where it's like every day we'll have a new superhero with a new power, right? So it's all about trying to find this equilibrium of story and special.
Well, that's why you
effects.
get Ant-Man, right? That's why Ant-Man's able to have his own
Yeah.
movie. Ant-Man never would have had his own movie
Yeah.
10 years ago.
That's crazy because Paul Rudd really is never like a leading man. He was always a side character in all his previous films.
Correct.
That was his first I don't want to say big break because he was on TV shows and sitcoms and stuff. But this is his first real big break.
If you're watching right now, this is a podcast at the movies. We're live from Horizon Cinemas in Aberdeen, Maryland, one of the 5 locations here at Horizon Cinemas. Tonight is the opening night of the amazing Thor movie that is coming out, Thor: Love and Thunder. So that's what we're here for. We got people coming in to go to the movies. It's a good time. We got people watching. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already, and share. Let people know that you're here. And if you're watching right now, it looks like Marley Station says they're watching. So hi, everybody at the Marley Station location that's watching right now. I want to hear from you. What movie are you looking forward to see this summer? And how many is this your first? How many movies have you been to at the movie theater post COVID? I guess is a good way, right?
Yeah, for many people, zero is the first big time back, right?
Yep, exactly. Well, Spider-Man, I feel like a lot of people came back for Spider-Man. But if you didn't come back for Spider-Man, this is the movie.
Yeah.
This is the movie people are coming back for. But I'm trying to explain to people, and I don't want to sound like a broken record.
Okay.
But it's so much easy. The experience at the movies is so much better than being at home on your couch. And the idea of walking in, smelling the popcorn, getting the snacks, seeing the previews, sitting in recliners. That all to me is a better experience.
Yeah.
Right? Movie night, date night works out better that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a testament to show how popular movie theaters are that even through COVID and they were closed for over a year,
Over a year.
and a half,
Yep.
but they're still standing. We're still here. All the locations are still open, right? It's all about the experience, and you really can't get it anywhere else. You can go to a drive-in, it's not the same because the audio is through a little radio. That when you're in the theater, you have the surround sound. That's what matters.
All right, so we're watching right now. We got people that are coming in, and I'm hoping. You know what we're going to do? We're going to see if anybody wants to play. Daniel, if you want to wait for people to come in and ask them if they want to play like 1 or 2 questions to win prizes for Marvel trivia, people that might have a superhero shirt on and they're willing to come on into the podcast. Let's see if we can get them. So go stand up front. Let's see if you can rein in a couple of people that walk in.
Get a little lasso.
Yeah, get a little lasso like Woody and lasso them up over here. Okay? All right, because I got the trivia questions, which I'm excited for.
Exactly. You want to see the people in costumes. You want to see the people all excited to see this movie.
So a majority of people over at Marley said Thor is the movie that they're excited to see.
Okay.
Which is good. All right, here's something else that I find very interesting too. So the movies compared to, not compared, just being able to see it in the theater and then waiting for it to come out on a platform like HBO Max or whatever, right? Like, I don't want to ignore that. I understand that's an obstacle that the movie theaters have, but I want to address it. And I'm trying to tell people all the time that when you're watching a movie in the theater, that experience, it's not like movies stay. Back in the day, I felt like they stayed in theaters for 3 months?
E.T., one of the longest running movies of all time. You know how many weeks it was in theaters?
No, I don't.
46 weeks.
Wow.
Almost a year.
There's no way that would happen now.
No, not a chance.
It would last 2 months.
Yep.
And then it would go to straight to streaming
VOD,
platform.
yeah.
Straight to a streaming platform. And I'm telling people what you really want to do is you want to come to the theaters to watch it. There's no other way around that. It's the best way to watch a movie. Okay, out of all the MCU movies, because this is an MCU movie. This is phase 4.
Phase 4
of the MCU, of the first 3 phases of the MCU. And I know we're going back and forth. We're doing a lot of things tonight. What is your favorite movie?
That is a tough question.
Yeah.
There's so many. I would probably say the first Doctor Strange.
The first Doctor
first
Strange.
One, not the second one, not the newest one.
What did you think of the new one? What is it? The
Multiverse of Madness.
The Multiverse of Madness. What did you think of that?
I liked where they were going. I feel like the special effects, right? The first Doctor Strange, what really made it stand out, because we were talking about special effects earlier, was that the first Doctor Strange, it took place mostly in a city. You had these buildings, skyscrapers turning over each other, flipping around. is very special effect heavy. The second one, they focus more on reality, right, and going to different realities. That's what's different. The multiverse, going to different universes, different New York cities. There wasn't as much action, but had a cool story.
I thought the story was really cool when you're looking at it from there. But all right, you got some people, Daniel? Yes, let's go. All right, we'll bring them on over here. I like it. Get on over here, fellas. What's up, man? What's going on, guys? Get right here. There's the camera. You guys can sit right here. Here we go. What's your name? Zachary. Steve, man, nice to meet you. What's your name, man? Adam. Okay, Zachary and Adam, you are going to be the first people on the Marvel trivia. You guys like Marvel, right?
Yes.
All right, before we get into it, what made you guys come here to Horizon tonight? To see me, right? To see me. That's what I'm talking about, guys.
Come on now.
You know.
Come on.
All right, so is this your first movie back in a while?
No.
What movies have you seen so far this summer? Speaking to the mic.
It was Jurassic Park and Black Phone.
And out of those two movies, which ones did you like the most?
Black Phone.
Black Phone was good.
Black
All right,
Phone
I haven't
was
seen it yet. It's on the to-do list. Jurassic World, did you like it better than the previous Jurassic Parks, or did you think it was? No. To me, it was just a combination of all the movies coming together, right?
It was.
All right.
Definitely was.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to want you to do, and all the people that are here with you, is get on your phones and go to the YouTube page and subscribe to us on YouTube. That's what you need to do right now. Horizon Cinemas, right there, okay? You can follow the TikTok page, too. I run the TikTok page. You guys can make some TikToks here and tag us in it. All right. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up the Marvel trivia that I got here, all right? All right, so let me share the screen for Marvel on here. There we go. First question. How many Infinity Stones are there? And for a bonus, can you name them all?
Name them all.
All right, well, talking to the mic, guys. Talking to the mic.
Six Infinity Stones.
Okay, there's 6. What are they?
The Soul Stone, right? Time, mind, reality, power, and space.
Let's see. Let's see if you're right. Here, hold on.
Soul, right? Yeah, we said soul. Yeah.
All right, let's see here. 6. There we go. We got the Space Stone, the Mind Stone, the Reality Stone, the Power Stone, the Time Soul, and the Soul Stone.
Yeah, we got
Okay. All right, now there's 2 of you, which means I'm going to do one more question for you guys. So you both get something. Okay? Next question. Where is Captain America from?
When he was in Civil War, he said, was it him and Spider-Man were talking about
Where's Spider-Man from?
Queens.
Okay, so where is, huh? Very good, man. There we go. Clap, everybody. There we go. Woo! All right, tell them what they won, Danny. What do they get? You guys are going to get a couple of movie passes, a small popcorn, a koozie. Show it in the camera here, everybody. Here, let me take this off the screen. There we go, right there. All right, awesome, guys. Guys, thank you. High five. A podcast at the movies. This is a new podcast. This is our first ever podcast. You like it? Let's go. Let's go. All right, who else does anybody else want to get into some trivia and get up here? Come on, get up here. Come on now. All right, who we got here? Rob, I'm Steve, man. Nice to meet you. Who else do we got? Thomas. Rob Thomas. See what I did there, guys? All right, here, let's right in here. I want to make sure you guys get in there. All right, there we go. All right, so first of all, what are you guys here to see tonight?
Thor.
All right, and is this your first movie back at the theater?
Third.
And so what have you seen so far? Speaking to the mic, there you go.
Jurassic World. What else you think?
What'd you think of Elvis? Elvis was
He told
great.
me very good.
Elvis was good.
And what else did I say?
And you saw them all here at Horizon, right? All right. Now, why do you guys like Horizon over some of the other movie theaters? The recliners.
It's clean, you know?
It's clean. I like it. This is good stuff. This is what we like. All right. So this is a new podcast. We're called A Podcast at the Movies.
All right, cool.
All right, and so this is the first ever showing. We're going to be traveling to all 5 locations. Do you guys just come to Aberdeen? Do you guys go to any of the other locations? Okay, awesome. And you guys are going to see Thor tonight? Okay, all right. So here we go. First question I got for you guys. Pull this over here. Who is Tony Stark's father? Who is Tony Stark's father?
Okay, Tony Stark's father. Come on, I should know this.
She.
I know who it is. I know he's a scientist. Hold on. What's his name though? Think about it.
Who is Tony Stark's father?
Hold on. Think about it.
If you need to phone a friend, you can phone a friend.
Alan? It's not Alan. No, it's not Alan.
Look, you got more people over there. They're helping you. Shout it out.
Howard Stark?
Howard Stark is the answer.
Okay.
All right, I'll give you one there. All right, there we go.
Howard Stark.
Hold on. Let me
And the butler was Jarvis. Yeah, the butler was Jarvis, and that's where he got like the whole thing from.
That's right. All right. I'm trying to pull up the other screen here. It doesn't want to work. Okay, hold on. It's Tony Stark. There we go. You get one prize. All right, I can't pull up the other one, so I can't pull it up. Daniel, give them both prizes, and I'll try to pull up the other one for somebody else a little bit later. Hey, man, thanks for coming. We want to see you come back here. You get 2 movie passes, a free small popcorn, and a couple of goodies there. Thank you. You can get her a koozie, and yeah, there you go. There you go. Thank you. Come on back, Seth. I couldn't get the thing to work, Seth. It didn't want to work for me. That's all right. We'll do it better next time, right?
Okay. Yeah. We got first run.
That's our first run. We had our first thing out the way, right? All right. Let's see here. All right. So that's one of the best parts about doing the movie, right? Coming with your friends to see it.
Yeah.
You're not going to somebody's house to watch a movie.
Yeah.
You come to the movies to watch a movie.
Exactly.
All right, let's go back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe a little bit and kind of talk about that. So, one of my favorite movies that I enjoyed the most was when the Avengers, the very first Avengers.
The very first one. Okay. Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, it's the music that dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun,
It's
dun-dun.
iconic.
It is.
When you hear it, you're like, okay, that's Avengers. That's it.
Because you get excited, your blood gets boiling. You're like, oh my God, who's about to come? Who's about to come out? Who do you think there will be somebody in tonight's movie that will be like, we know Guardians of the Galaxy's in there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you had to name another Avenger that might show up in tonight's movie, who's that Avenger?
I don't know if I could, and the only reason is, again, they're kind of is a step into the new generation with the new Avengers. So I feel like what they're doing is Natalie Portman will probably be an Avenger. Mark my words, she'll be the next Thor, and she might be the next Avenger. Who knows?
She might be the next Avenger. All right, hold on. It doesn't want to work. Okay. All right.
Well,
I can't get it to work. I was hoping we'd do it. Okay.
what if I ask you a question? How about that?
You can ask. Yeah, turn the tables
So-
on me. Why don't
Okay,
you?
so what's your favorite Marvel movie? You asked me out of the first 3 phases, so right round to you. What's your favorite Marvel movie in the first 3 phases?
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, I like the Avengers, but if I had to go with like single, like
Yes,
one,
single.
Captain America.
Captain America?
Like-
any specific one? Civil War, the original Winter
Well,
Soldier?
Civil War to me, like that, I put that on the same. Like to me, that was almost like an Avengers movie.
It was, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man.
But I enjoy the first Civil War because I enjoyed the origin story of him.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I liked, that he was in the 1940s, and I liked everything about that movie. To me, it was really good. And one of the best parts for me was being able to see what his character could become. I don't know if they knew how big Captain America would be.
Oh,
Do you
no,
think
not
that?
a chance, right? If you look at the actual budgets for Marvel movies, The first two Captain Americas had some of the smaller budgets along with the first Iron Man. So I think
Really?
I think they were trying to dial in, right? Like they knew what was going to be big, what was not going to be big. But I feel like Captain America, kind of underdog, right? And out of nowhere, he kind of shot up. His patriotic, right? His shield, red, white, and blue.
What are some of the other things that as I'm trying to fix, I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
no problem.
My wife says, Captain America is from America. Do I get a prize?
100%, yeah.
I will bring home something for you, honey. Yes. I love that. All right. Well, let's get into the standpoint of the directors, because you were
Okay.
bringing up the directors.
Yes, they play a big role.
Yes.
What, for example, tonight's director of the Thor Love and Thunder is,
Taika Waititi.
and what other movies has he done?
We did Thor Ragnarok, and Thor Ragnarok was the best Thor so far. We haven't seen this one, so we don't know if this one's better. But I feel like that's kind of started a whole new generation of movies, right? Like Marvel movies by like Phase 2, right? They were kind of becoming the same kind of like puzzle, like picker kind of style movie. Right? You have Thor Ragnarok, Guardians of the Galaxy, out of nowhere. It became this like fun, cool, original, like old school soundtrack. Very colorful, right? A lot of crazy action, crazy special effects. Does a great job of like taking it into the modern day, if that kind of makes sense.
It
right?
does. 100% it makes sense. I think that when you're looking at, as I'm bringing up, all right, I got Thor trivia back.
All
There we
right.
go. Okay, let's go. Brooklyn was the last question, right?
Yeah.
Or Howard Stark was. All right, there we go. All right, we need some more people who want to play, because I got it back. I got it back. All right, reading view. Here we go. Stop sharing. We're gonna do this. We're gonna bring them back up here. Share the screen.
While we wait, the director, he did the first he did Thor Ragnarok, and he's done movies like Jojo Rabbit, which is a award-winning movie. He's been in TV shows like Where Are the Shadows,
He did Jojo Rabbit?
Yes, he directed Jojo Rabbit,
I didn't know that.
and he actually played one of the characters, which I will not name. But yes, as you see, there's comedy in that movie. There's comedy in Where Are the Shadows, comedy in Thor Ragnarok. He's a very comedical heavy person, but he doesn't overutilize it. He uses it when it's necessary and get a good laugh or to make an emotional standpoint. I think that's one of his talents, is not making the comedy too dumb or too stupid. He knows how to make a nice middle range where everyone can get in, everyone can enjoy it. Very family friendly.
What are some of the things that you see right now from somebody like, who is a character that has been in the MCU that you can see playing a bigger footprint in how Phase 4 is going to be as we move further into Phase 4? Whether that's from this person could end up being a director on one side because he's really involved. Because, look, Robert Downey Jr. no longer involved.
Yeah.
So who's the biggest character in the MCU right now?
The biggest character. Wow. I mean, I know it's the easy out, but I'd say Thor. But if we're looking at like a character that could, in the future, could be an Avenger, could be, someone in production or something like that, I feel like Shang-Chi has a fair shot.
Shang-Chi does have a
Shang-Chi.
chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that movie plays into Phase 4.
Yeah. And also,
Right?
you have Black Panther 2 coming out. It's either the end of this year or the beginning of next year.
No,
so that's-
well, they said it was the end of this year, but I think they are moving it
yeah.
to 2023. All these movies are getting moved around,
Yeah.
and so that's been kind of the funny stuff that you've seen here.
It's kind of hard for Marvel, right? Because from a production standpoint, now they have TV shows and movies. A big issue is trying to coordinate, because it all follows the same storyline, but they're all different products. So
Well,
it's like-
originally they weren't. Originally they were their own thing.
Yeah.
For example, we saw Charlie Cox, right? We saw Daredevil
yeah,
in the new Spider-Man movie.
yeah,
But
it's crazy.
but Daredevil was canceled on Netflix however long ago. But now supposedly he's coming back into the MCU. What do you think about moving those TV characters into the MCU?
I think as long as it's done properly, it's fine. Because look at WandaVision, for example.
WandaVision was great.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people didn't like it. I loved it. I thought it was
It
great.
was refreshing. It was unique.
It was
and
different.
original.
It was
Yes,
different.
It was different. Yes. So I mean, now she was in Doctor Strange too, right? And she was, actually no spoilers. But yeah, so she played a big role in Doctor Strange 2, and I feel like as long as it's done properly, like it was handled in WandaVision 2, Doctor Strange 2, it could end up being like a really good investment on Marvel's point. It could make,
Is Loki going to be in this movie, you think?
I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil
No,
it.
well, you haven't seen it.
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Yes, but you can look at the cast list.
Oh. Well, how do you think? So in Loki, the TV show, Kang came into.
Yeah.
And the guy who's playing Kang, by the way, was amazing.
Yes.
Loved him. Great actor. He was in a really good movie. What is it? San Francisco, A Man from San Francisco or something like that.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way. He's such a good actor.
It went under the radar.
It did.
Yeah.
It totally did. It was released in theaters. One of the things that I find very interesting is seeing how Kane, because I thought he would have been involved in the multiverse madness, and he wasn't.
Well, I think it's a classic case of you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? You can't just, right? Like, if you put WandaVision, Kane, you shove all these into Doctor Strange, it might be overflowed. I think they want to stretch it out as much as they can, right? Give people more bang for their buck.
Hold on. What about here? There we go. Got that on the screen. What about seeing somebody like not Kane, but seeing somebody like Vision come back? Are there any dead characters in the MCU
Yeah.
that you see them coming back into the fold? I feel like Vision is one that I could see.
Yeah, Vision, he didn't get a lot of screen time.
He didn't.
You know, he's very, like, minimalist, but he's still very intriguing. We don't know, we're still kind of out of mystery for, like, what he's capable of on a large scale. Yeah, Vision that's a good guess. I mean, I'd probably go Vision too. He's just so unique, and yes, he leaves you wanting more, right?
How does new Captain America play themselves into what we could see in the future?
I feel like,
Will we see a new Captain America movie?
yeah, I believe so. At the rate they're going, it's one of their biggest heroes. They can't like lose someone like that. They can't lose Captain America.
All right, there we go.
There's a maniac who seeks to end us
Oh,
all.
look.
I'm putting together the greatest team ever.
Are you packed? Yes.
We've got Korg.
He's my best friend.
There's my ex-girlfriend Jane. Valkyrie.
This is the best day of my life.
The Guardians.
And giant goats.
Oh, look at those. They are wonderful.
Yes, they are. They also scream quite a lot.
You said this would be a relaxing holiday.
I said it was going to be like a relaxing holiday. Human handshake. It's the Asgardian shake. Into the snake that you cannot trust. Really dragging this out and finish the classic Asgardian high one.
In theaters July 8th. Tickets on sale now.
And we are back. We're back live, a podcast at the cinemas, at the movies. Myself, Stephen Daniels, the host. I have here with me Jamie,
And Aiden.
and Aiden. All right, guys, get a little bit closer to the wall. And no, you're fine. I just want to make sure we get everybody come in a little bit. You're going to have to give your dad a hug. That's what you're going to have to do. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and play the next phase of Marvel trivia. Okay. So, next, what does SHIELD stand for? Does anybody know what SHIELD stands for? Can we help them out? No? All right. Let's go to another. Let me go to another question here. We'll get it. We'll get it in here. As I
Special? No. I don't even know.
All right. Who is Tony Stark's father? What is his name?
Howard Stark.
Howard Stark is correct. There you go. There we go. And what movie are you guys going to see tonight?
No, we're going to see them.
You're going to see Thor?
Oh, yeah.
All right, awesome. Give them both. We're going to give you both 2 tickets to a future movie, a small popcorn, and a koozie, and some hand sanitizer.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much.
No problem. We want to see you guys
Thank
come
you,
back
guys.
because, look, I tell people all the time, it's a difference coming to see a movie at a movie theater compared to being at home, right?
Yeah, and then we've actually started doing it because you guys are here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to go to the one in Churchill.
Okay, all right. We're not going to name no names, but
Or, but we come down here because, it's a cool theater and good movies. We were just here to see Top Gun a couple weeks
what'd you
ago.
guys think of Top Gun?
Ridiculous.
It was great, right?
It was so
It
good.
was
I
cool
told
to
my
see it with a
my
different
parents
generation, right?
Oh, it was cool. And my parents came to see it the week after. They're like, is that cool? We're going to have to go see it. So.
The movie for me, when Top Gun for me, it was, you look at like the first hour and a half of the movie, and no spoilers, but the last 20 minutes of the movie made it for me. Like it was.
Yeah. But there's also scenes in the whole movie where it's like you could A and B them in the movies, and it's like it's the exact same framing, exact same everything. Like him on the motorcycle
You're right.
coming down.
You're right.
It was just
And
cool, dude.
it was a lot of, there was a lot
oh
of,
my god.
there was a lot of
Yeah.
let's take care of the first movie and pay homage to it,
Yeah.
and that was always good. All right, I need you guys to do me a favor. Take
Yes.
a picture and post it on like Facebook or Instagram, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube as well.
Okay.
You guys do that?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Awesome. All right, you
picture.
guys go enjoy the movie. Have
you.
fun.
Appreciate it so much.
Have a good one. Come on back, Seth. All right. Let's see here. We're going to get somebody that can. Daniel, we need somebody who knows this question. So when you find that person, you bring them over. Don't look it up. No cheating. You already got your prizes. Huh? All right, if y'all are watching right now, we are live from Horizon Cinemas in Aberdeen, Maryland. This is the brand new podcast, a podcast at the movies. I'm your host, Stephen Daniels. Alongside me, I have Seth from Falston,
Yes.
the assistant manager over there. And next time we do this episode, which I think we're going to do in a few weeks for Super Pets. I think we're going to do one for
Okay, DC Super Pets, yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to do it here or another location, but we got some cool stuff lined up for that. I think that's going to be the next time we do it. But make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Go to all of our, if you can, go to all of our social media links that you see there on the bottom of the screen. Horizon Cinemas, at Horizon Cinemas, at Horizon.cinemas on TikTok. Make sure y'all go like everything. Help us out, share, let us know. And then make sure if you're watching on YouTube right now, you hit the like button and let us know what you think of the podcast. It's a pretty fun night tonight, right?
Yeah, a lot of people showed up. It's nice, fun. You can tell the whole environment. Everyone's happy and excited.
Excited. Yep. That's always a good thing. What are one of the things that you're looking forward to the most this coming up summer? Are there any big movies that you can think of that you're excited to see?
I mean, I already saw Top Gun. Top Gun was incredible.
Top Gun was the one I think we all wanted
everyone,
to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's the highest grossing movie of 2022 so far.
Is it really?
Yeah, 1 point.
Even above when did Spider-Man come out?
It was so if you count Spider-Man, it was released in
December.
December.
So it
right?
doesn't count as
Yeah,
a
it doesn't
2022
count, yeah.
movie.
Technically, if you were to go, a few months prior to 2022, Spider-Man would be at the top. But if we're talking 2022 strictly, Top Gun is the movie. $1.1 billion so far.
We got people here. They're loving it. They're loving the experience. I love it, man. That's good stuff. All right. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you think Thor's going to do?
I'm going to say opening weekend, I'd have it easily over 100 million. I don't know if it's going to top 200 mil. But I feel like it might be it'll be a mid-range, maybe 130, 150, 160.
We live in a different world now with streaming
Yes,
services.
yes.
Will we ever see numbers from a movie like Avatar or the Avengers did back in the day?
Oh man, Avatar 2. People have been excited about that movie forever. 13 years. I feel like if a movie's going to do that, Avatar.
So
2
Avatar's
is that.
number one, if I'm correct, right? It's the highest grossing movie
Actually,
of all time.
believe it or not, Endgame.
Endgame beat it out.
Yes. Avatar was $2.7 billion, and
Worldwide.
Yes, worldwide. And Avatar Avatar was 2.7, and Endgame was $3.1 billion.
Does Avatar 2 beat its old record?
Oh,
I feel like it's tough because we're in a
different
we're,
time.
we're in a different time
right.
now, right?
Back then it was Netflix. Now you have Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, Amazon Prime Video.
Yep.
There's so much more now, and also, I just feel like in terms of movies, I mean, we've seen movies time and time again for like one little thing. They'll get barred from one country, banned from another, right? Like, I don't think movies have as far of a spread as they used to have a decade ago.
Well, there's a movie that's out now in China, I believe, Dragon Ball Z, that I
Yes,
think's coming
yes.
over here, and I think
It's killing it. in
I actually
China.
think we're going to carry it from
Yeah.
what I've heard. So be on the lookout for that on our social media.
I mean, it's just like the One Piece movie. That was a anime movie, right? And it did phenomenal overseas with over $500 million, $500 million. And it came over to the U.S., $100 million easy. It sold out almost every show of our opening weekend. It's crazy that like
Is that different now? Like seeing how movies from overseas can actually come here and be successful?
yeah, I mean,
Because I don't think that was the. Correct me if I'm wrong. That wouldn't have been the case 10 years ago.
no. I mean, I think the first big movie to do that was a Parasite, the one that won like the Golden
Yep.
Globe and
Yep.
all the awards. Like that was the first movie to like kind of bring this new era of just movies from other areas, from other countries, because there's good cinema all around the world, from France, Germany, Japan, Korea, wherever there's always a good movie there. And I feel like it's nice to have a little bit of everything.
Do you know the answer to that, bud? He's just looking at me. We're going to get somebody that knows the answer to this. That's what we're going to do. Does anybody want to come and get on and say hello? Yes, come on. You can get up here. We'll introduce some of the crew that work here at this fine establishment. First of all, introduce yourself. Say hello to everybody.
How you guys doing? I'm Oren.
Oren,
Yes, sir.
first of all, awesome name.
Appreciate
Love
you.
the name, man.
Thanks.
Okay. Now, before we get into anything, what movie are you most excited to see this summer?
Probably Thor now.
Have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
All right. So you're planning on seeing it this weekend coming up, probably.
Probably tomorrow, maybe.
Awesome. All right. And what movie have you seen so far this year that you really, really liked?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And what did you like about Doctor Strange?
I don't know. I just like. I want Marvel to start getting dark. I like the dark stuff. In Marvel.
That's interesting, right? Because I feel like that's where we can go in the next phase, in phase 4. Because they've done everything now, right? And so now you start getting. What's the darkest movie in Marvel so far?
Honestly, probably Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is probably the darkest thing, right?
Thor Dark World's kind of dark.
That's true.
But not really dark.
Loki, I think the TV show
Yeah,
was
it
dark,
kinda dark, yeah.
right? That's interesting. I'm really interested to see where that goes. Okay, so you like Marvel.
Yeah.
You're a big Marvel fan. What does SHIELD stand for?
Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division.
All right, let's pull the screen up and let's see if you were right. Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division. Awesome. You know what? You win a koozie. Give them a koozie and hand sanitizer. There we go.
Appreciate you.
And you work here.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Thanks for coming on, dude. Oren, I like that name. That's a good name. All right, let's pull this back in. We're going to bring Seth back in. All right, Seth. We got somebody who knew that one.
Yeah, I mean that was a hard question.
That was a hard one. All right. We're going to see. I don't know if anybody's going to get this one. Who is Sharon Carter's great niece?
Oh.
If you know who it is and you're watching right now, Sharon Carter, great niece, put it in the chat. And if you're right, we'll figure out how to send you a prize. We'll figure out how to send you a prize if you're right in the chat.
Marley answers.
You know, it was funny. Oren talked about dark movies.
Yes.
And do you see Deadpool getting involved in the MCU?
I feel like a cameo is possible, but it's also, I know Disney bought out Fox, so it's a Fox property, but Deadpool I think is a little too not family friendly for Disney. Disney it has never put out an R-rated Marvel movie, and when Deadpool 3 comes out now, it's still going to be under the Fox name because Fox is their more adult side. Of entertainment.
Could you see a Marvel Red? Or remember, isn't there a comic that's like Marvel Red, and it's like Spider-Man, Deadpool, and
I believe
Iron
so.
Man or
There's
something
yeah,
like that.
It's kind of like a crossover. Yeah.
I would
mean,
love to see that.
I'd love to see that, but again, I think the issue is.
You think it's just there's no way you'll see a rated R movie in the Marvel universe?
Yeah, well, I mean, even if you go back to the '80s, right? And this is not pre-Marvel. Even when we looked at like Disney movies like Aliens, which is one of the first R-rated
Yep.
Disney movies of all time, they still partnered with.
All right,
Fox.
we got somebody. We'll bring them on. Come on, have a seat, my man. What's your name?
Clark.
Clark. Clark Kent.
Sometimes.
Steven, man, nice to meet you, buddy. All right, Clark, you're here. What movie are you here to watch with us? Thor. And what movies have you seen so far today, or so far this year?
I don't even know. I don't even remember the last one I saw.
So this is your first time back at the movies in a while.
A little bit.
All right, well, welcome back. We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
Now, are you a big Marvel person?
I am.
Okay, so you know MCU, you know.
I would like to hope so.
Okay, all right. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna test some of your knowledge. We're gonna give you 2 questions.
All right.
Okay. First question: who is Sharon Carter's great niece?
You would have to do that, wouldn't you? What is her name? Agent 13? Like, what is her name? I got that one right? Is that right?
Not Agent 13. She's very famous because she had her own. She was on.
Yeah. She was in those movies as
Yep.
well.
She had the
But
TV
what is
show.
her name?
Starts with a P. Her first name.
Peggy.
Very good. Peggy Carter, as you can see up there, is the name of Sharon Carter's great niece. All right, let's go to the next question.
That's where the next one will be better at.
What type of doctor is Doctor Strange?
General surgeon?
A neurosurgeon. I'll allow it.
Okay.
All right, man. We're going to give you a couple movie passes. We're going to give you a free small popcorn, hand sanitizer, and a koozie, man. We want you to come back, enjoy the movies, tell your friends about us, like us on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and like us on YouTube and watch. This is our very first podcast, so you're a part of our very first podcast. Cool. We're excited to have you, man. Thank you for coming on. Clark Kent, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Awesome. Bring on Seth back to the building. Those were good. Did you know those?
No, I had no. The neurosurgeon, yes, but the name,
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right. Let me see what's playing in the background here. All right. Remove. There we go. All right. So we got that going on. And top screen sharing. Move from studio. There we go. All right, awesome. Okay, we're back. I had to make sure we were good. We're going to get better at this as we go along.
as
we do more
practice
episodes.
makes perfect,
Practice
right?
makes perfect. Okay. All right, if you're watching right now, hit the like button. Let us know what is the last movie you saw in theater and how did you like it? I want to hear from you. And what's your favorite movie you ever saw in theaters? I think that's another good one. I'll tell you my favorite movie theater experience. I'll tell you about that. Jurassic Park 3.
Okay, Vince Vaughn, yeah.
Yep, Jurassic Park 3, Vince Vaughn. There's a scene in Jurassic Park 3 where the dinosaur is holding a cell phone, those old Motorola cell phones, and it plays that do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And everybody in the theater picked up their phones to look at their phones. Like you saw 50 screens pop, like white screens in people's things, and it was the funniest thing in the world. That's probably my favorite movie theater moment that I've been in. What's your favorite movie theater moment that you can remember?
Ooh, I would say, okay, so I'm in Ocean City, Maryland, right?
Yep.
In Rehoboth, there's a small little theater.
Yep.
And since it was right after like places started to open back up, and they were showing Jaws, the original Jaws. Yes. The original Jaws. And of course, it's a scene where they're all on the beach. It's 4th of July weekend, and of course, the first lady says shark. They all start running, and then in the theater, there's a few little kids. I guess maybe it's their first time seeing a movie or something.
Yep.
They start crying and running out of the theater, just like in the movie when they're all running out of the beach. And I was like, I kind of felt a little bad, but like it was also a really cool experience seeing Jaws on the big screen. What are the chances? Right?
That is.
Also
what are
at the
chances?
beach.
That's true too, right?
Yeah,
It's so funny. All right. So another thing that I find very interesting from the standpoint of being able to be at the movies is seeing movies with friends and family.
Yes.
So we've seen a lot of people come in tonight with their friends and family.
Yeah, a lot of parents with their kids
Yep.
having a good time.
I think that's always the best thing too. It's a good family night. It's a good date night. It's always fun to go to from that standpoint. What is? Do you remember going to the movies on Christmas and stuff like that with your family?
Well,
Because we always went at Christmas time.
see,
I feel like that was a gimme.
I don't know. I guess for you, yes. For me, I have a big family, right? I have 3 other siblings for a family of 6. So going to movies was a little bit pricey. I gotta say,
Yep.
it's a little, once you get all the candy, once you get all the drinks, the popcorns, it can be a little pricey. So we go once a year to, believe it or not, a big Marvel movie. That was our movie. Our family
Every
event
year.
was Marvel.
Well, I will tell you, if you guys come on down to Horizon Cinemas, we got great prices here.
Yes.
That we have a snack pack for kids that is
$6.
$6.
You get a 16-ounce drink,
Yep.
a junior popcorn, and an airhead as well. So you got everything. You got the candy for the kids. You got the sweets. You have the popcorn. You want
You're
extra
good to
onions.
go.
You're good to go. It's the entire. And also, believe it or not, a lot of older generations also love the snack pack. It's
Yep.
They just want a little bit of popcorn. They don't want the big one.
They don't
It's
want
the
the big
It's
one.
a perfect size.
That's right. It's the perfect size. So come on down to Horizon Cinemas. We got 5 locations. Marley Station. Shout out to Marley Station if you guys are still watching. We got Aberdeen, where we're at.
Yes.
We got Falston, which is where my man Seth works at.
Yes.
So you guys can go see Seth at Falston. You got somebody. Come on.
Perfect.
Bring them on. I love the T-shirt, man.
Thank you.
Show. We're right here. Say hello. You can sit down and
How you doing?
you got the supermarket. So have you heard, first of all, what's your name?
My name's Liam.
Steve. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice
I'm
to meet you,
Steven.
Steve.
Okay, so you're coming to the movies.
Mhm.
Is your first time at the movies in a while, or have you been coming,
I've
post
been
COVID?
coming pretty regular to Horizon because I just love the seats.
Awesome.
You can't beat the seats.
You can't beat the seats. They're
Can't
really
beat the
good seats.
Yeah,
It's
and-
comfortable.
and they recline. And I never had any issues. There's always been really good staff, so I really enjoy coming.
You hear that, guys? Joel, Thomas, if you guys are watching out there, he loves it because of the staff. That's what it is. You guys hired great people. Those are the owners of Horizon
Yeah,
Cinemas.
this is not proper.
All right, so let me ask you a question. What movie have you liked so far this year?
That I've seen in theaters.
Yeah.
Top Gun Maverick.
Everybody says Top Gun. Top Gun is good. What's up, man? High five. You after this guy, I'll let you come on. Right. All right. So Top Gun was really good. I think it paid homage to the first movie a lot, right?
Oh, it was so good. It was they really expanded on the story with Maverick and Goose, and the fight scenes and the aerial combat was just really good.
It was.
And they just showed it was awesome. And we saw it in IMAX, so it was even better. Unfortunately, I don't think Horizon has IMAX.
Not yet. We'll be getting it hopefully.
So that's good. I saw it in AMC over in White Marsh. So that's just we saw it in IMAX and it was breathtaking. So.
Well, we have big screens here too. So come on down to Horizon. I still think is it still playing in our theaters? I think we still got. Yeah, we still got Top Gun.
Boston. It was playing today.
Awesome. Well, it's good stuff. All right, so you're coming to see Thor. What are you excited about to see with Thor?
Jane Foster becoming Thor.
We were just talking about that, Seth and I. Is that where you see this headed in Phase 4? All these new characters taking over.
I think a lot of the new characters are coming over, especially when you watch the new MCU when they're introducing Moon Knight on Disney.
Moon Knight. Oh, it was so good.
Moon Knight is my favorite character because he's like an actual character with a serious.
They only said
quality.
there's one season.
Yeah.
I want to know what else they're going to do with him, and I hope it's a movie.
Oh, he was supposed to be in Black Panther 2.
He was.
Yeah, but because of what happened with, Chadwick Boseman, bless his soul, rest in power, they had to change it up.
Well, Wakanda's coming out later on this year too,
Yeah, so,
and I'm excited to see where they go with that. So that'll be interesting as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming we don't know yet, but I'm assuming Shuri takes the mantle.
Yep.
Or they're talking about the guy that played White 8 maybe
Yep.
taking it, but I'm not sure.
All right, what we're doing tonight is we're doing Marvel trivia
Okay.
because I want you to get into your movie. Okay,
Yep.
so let me pull you in here as I pull the screen on. There we go. All right.
All right.
Question.
I hope I get these right. I'll be feeling bad if I did.
Captain America's shield and Bucky's arm are made of what?
Vibranium.
Very good. All right, one more question. You ready?
Yep.
Who was able to pick up Thor's hammer in Endgame?
Steve Rogers.
There we go. There we go. I like it.
I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but
I like it. I like it a lot.
or Captain America.
Thor, Captain America. Show it again. There we go. Look, there we go. I
Had
like
it
it.
already. That one was.
You know what would be cool if you took a picture of that with the. Go ahead and give him his prize. We're going to give you 2 tickets to a future movie,
Awesome.
a small popcorn, hand sanitizer,
Awesome. Thank you.
koozie. Take a picture of that with your logo and post it on social media and tag us in it at Horizon Cinemas.
I will.
We'd love to see that, man.
All right,
thank you for coming on,
Appreciate
man.
it. Thanks for having
Have a
me.
good one, man. Enjoy the movie.
I'll probably just go see this again.
See, there you go. I love it. I love it, man. Awesome. I think I got one more question. Do you want to try it? Do you know your Marvel movies? All right. What's your name? Bill Steve. Nice to meet you, Bill. Have a seat, man. We're right here. Bill. Okay, so I ask you a couple questions first. Is this your first time back to the movies in a while, or have you seen a few movies post? Okay, you come here to Horizon mostly. What's the last movie you went and saw?
Doctor Strange.
What'd you think? It was good. Did you see Top Gun?
No.
You haven't seen so Doctor Strange. What do you
I do Marvel.
Marvel?
Once in a while.
What are you looking forward to see the most out of this Thor movie?
See you back again.
There you go. There you go. It's excited to see. And some of the Galaxy of the Guardians are going to be in this too. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, let's go ahead and let's pull up and we'll get you a question here. All right, next question. As I pull it over here. All right. I got to try to move it here. There we go. What movie kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Very good. There we go. He's right. That's it. We'll go ahead and get you a prize. We'll get you 2 tickets to a future movie, a small popcorn, koozie, and some hand sanitizer, man. Thank you for coming on, man. Have a good one. Come back and see us. Awesome. There we go. All right. Seth, come on and have a seat. Maybe we'll get 1 or 2 more people before we finish it up here for the night. I love how people know the Marvel stuff, man.
Yeah, a lot of diehard fans out there.
It is, and it was always really cool to see what's his face came up. One of the previous people came up and had whatchamacallit, the Captain America's shield as a tattoo.
I mean, that just shows like how dedicated this fan base is, and that's
I
a
know.
big part of Marvel.
It is a huge part of Marvel. I think one of the things that I'd love to see with Marvel and how it works. Yeah, did you get him the one with the tickets and the? Just want to make sure we got him the right stuff. There you go, man. She wants to come on? All right. Come on. Have a seat. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
My name is Tia.
I'm Steven. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Tia.
meet you, too.
All right, Tia, I'm going to ask you some questions. Number 1, welcome to a podcast at the movies. This is our very first episode. Is your first time coming to Horizon, or you usually come here to theaters? Why do you like Horizon Cinemas?
I just like it's not as busy.
Yep.
It's not as crowded. And they almost always have the movie that we want to see. And my kids are kind of spoiled now with the recliner seats.
I understand that. I have a 6 and 8-year-old, and they're like, "Can we go to the seats that recline?" I'm in the same boat. You're telling me it doesn't get better as they get older, is what you're telling me. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, now let me. Are you a big comic book person, or do you like these comic book movies? Do you like?
I'm not a comic book person, but I'm a Marvel movie person.
Okay, and so you know all the Marvel movies. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
Anything Thor.
Anything? Ooh. Okay. All right. So you're excited for this.
I love Thor.
What are you excited most to see? Like just to see Thor? Is there something in particular about this movie that you're excited to see?
I'm trying to figure out what's the arc of Jane. Saw that in the movies.
I know.
I'm trying to figure out what happened.
One of the things that we've talked about a lot tonight as people are coming in here is she going to take the mantle for Thor? Because all the phase 1, phase 2 Marvel people, they're starting to get phased out. And so now you got to get somebody to take the mantle so you can keep on doing the storylines, right?
Exactly.
So I am excited to see that. And my daughter, who's 6 years old, she saw that and, a girl Thor. It was great. It was awesome. It was so good. Okay. All right. First question. Thor's hammer You know the name of Thor's hammer?
Hammer.
Okay. Is made from a metal of a dying.
Star.
Very good. Very good. There we go. That is correct. I think I got one more.
Okay.
Thor played what video game in Avengers Endgame? Look, your kids are over. Thor played what video game? And you got. If you're going to give the answer, you got to come over here and say hello. He's like, I don't want to come home. Tell her what it is.
Fortnite.
Fortnite is correct. There we go. All right. How many we got left? All right, give her 2. So that way she gets, you'll get 2 movie passes in each. So all 4 can come back again.
Thank you so much.
And we got some small popcorns in there, like passes in there for you.
Okay.
And a couple koozies and a couple of hand sanitizers. But we want you to come back. And if you could tag us on social media with some photos tonight,
Okay.
that would be great.
Will do.
All right. It was
Thank
nice to
you.
meet you,
Nice
Tia.
to meet you.
Have a good one. All right. We got 3 more. Okay. All right. I don't even know if I have any more questions anymore. That might be it. So I think it's funny. Everybody wants to see Thor's where this story goes. I feel like that's what everybody's kind of talking about from here, right?
Absolutely. I just people don't know what to do. We're in the 4th Thor movie now.
Yep.
You've done 3 movies of basically the same, similar storyline. Him saving the day, very classic.
Yep.
But now everything's getting changed over. We don't know what's going to happen next. Everyone's kind of curious. They're excited.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. All right, if you guys are watching right now, this is the very first episode of a podcast at the movies. I'm your host, Stephen Daniels. Alongside me, I have Seth from Falston, the assistant manager over there. If you guys go to Falston, go say hi to my man, Seth. What do you normally work?
I work. Every Saturday morning. I'm the manager.
Okay.
Sometimes Sundays, and then throughout the week, I'm like floor staff a few of the
Okay.
days. So I mean, I'm working every week. So
Guys, go say hi to Seth over there at Falston. And come here and say hello to everybody at Aberdeen. My man, Daniel, you work over here? All right, Daniel, get on camera real quick. You need to say hello to the people, Daniel. What's up, man? Daniel's been helping me all night tonight. He's been the go-to guy. If anything went wrong, it's all Daniel's fault. If anything went right, it's all Daniel. Dude. So you've been sitting here listening to everything. What are you excited about for Thor tonight?
Honestly, I think the female version. I don't know. I just saw the trailer. I think that was really cool for them to put in the whole movie.
Definitely. And for you obviously you love movies. You work here.
Yeah.
You could have worked anywhere. You decided to work at a movie theater because you like movies, I assume, right? What's your favorite movie you ever went to go see in the movie theater? Speaking to the mic a little bit.
I don't know. I can't I have a bad memory, so I wouldn't know. But off of what I've seen this year, it would probably be Top Gun.
Everybody says Top Gun.
It's
I feel like you don't get to say Top Gun. You have to say something else besides Top Gun because that's a gimme. Everybody liked Top Gun. Have you seen Black Phone yet?
Black Widow. No, not really.
Okay.
I'm not even that big
That's not your genre, that movie. Okay, I got you. No, I get you. Now, the other thing that I find interesting, too, from a Thor standpoint is seeing Thor on a big screen compared to watching it at home. And that's always a good thing, right? Watching it in the movies.
It's a literal completely different experience. You'll get, when you come to the movie, you get so much more than just watching it. You get, it's I don't know how to describe it, a feeling,
Yeah.
Just the surround sound and everything else that just comes with it, the screen, everything.
Awesome.
Pretty much.
Awesome, man. All right. Well, I enjoyed having you tonight. You've been a great help. Thanks for helping me. And thanks for coming on and saying hello to everybody. Awesome. You want to get up here, man? You want to try?
I do, actually.
All right. Come on, man. I'm Steven. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben. Nice to meet you, Ben. Welcome to a podcast at the movies.
Okay.
It's a brand new podcast that we're doing here at Horizon Cinemas. It's our very first episode.
Fantastic.
And you come to the theater
Yes.
often?
Yes.
What last movie you went to go see here?
Lightyear.
Lightyear. What'd you think of it?
I thought it was good.
It wasn't the best Toy Story, but it wasn't the worst.
I tell people if you went in thinking that you were going to see Toy Story, that's
was
not what it
good.
was.
It was a good redemption hero story.
Yeah. Oh, I always appreciate it because, like Andy, the character in Toy Story, I'm like, this was his favorite movie, which I think is really, really cool. Now you're coming to see Thor tonight.
Correct.
You're a big Marvel person.
Yes.
All right. What is your favorite Marvel movie of all time?
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Of the MCU or a character?
Let's go with both. Why not?
Okay, so the MCU, I probably like Thor. I like how they fleshed him out.
Yeah.
They
casted him great, right? Like Liam Hemsworth is amazing.
They did a good job. Like the first movie, like with him in it, wasn't like my favorite, but I like the way his character has
built over time.
I just love him now.
Yeah.
I think he's great. And when he was in when Chris Pratt was like, he's a golden god.
It looks good.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny, and I think I was like, man, I like Thor, and so when they came out with Ragnarok, I was like, oh, that movie's awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Out of the MCU, which they might be in the MCU now, Venom kind of teased them. But I didn't want to ruin that for anyone.
Well, I mean, look, it's been out now for a long time. Like, if you haven't seen it by now, what are you doing? But I do think that he's going to get into the MCU. I think that's what's going to happen because they showed Tom Holland's character at the end of the last Venom.
They did, but then they left the symbiote there, right? Remember he got
That's
flashed
true.
back. He got flashed back.
That's true.
But the only thing that was left was the piece of the symbiote. And he's the only thing that's left that knows who Spider-Man
Really is.
Yes, which is the symbiote. I'm like, oh, me and all these.
And to see, but that's the best part about being a Marvel fan, right? And watching the movies because your brain starts taking over, and you're like,
when I saw the cop's name in the Sony, I was like, oh, that's freaking Thompson.
Exactly, right?
Immediately, I was like, oh, that's Thompson.
Man, that's going to be so good. Okay, so you're here to see Thor tonight. Last question about Thor: what are you most excited to see tonight, like in this movie?
Actually, the villain.
Okay.
I read up a lot about him, and I read a lot of his storyline, his arc, and everything, and I think he will make a good villain. And I also like the actor they portrayed him. Although he does look like Kratos.
Okay.
Everyone says he looks like Kratos.
Yeah. I think he's going to be good. And I'll be honest with you. I was telling Seth, who's been co-hosting with me tonight, that Guardians of the Galaxy, there's only one more movie. They've already declared. And so anytime I'm like, I just want like anything I can get with Chris Pratt, I want it.
Oh, I love him ever since the Parks and Recreation.
It's so good. Okay, all right, let's see here.
I really want to be the villain in there.
And what, this or in Guardians of the Galaxy? I just want them to involve Kang somehow from Loki. I want him to be the new villain, like the new Thanos.
I think that's where they're heading.
But he wasn't in the multiverse, and that bothered me. That bothered me tremendously that he wasn't in the multiverse.
I don't think they're going to be able to. I don't think there's going to be a villain in there. I think they're going to introduce him. They said they're going to introduce him in Quantumverse. I want Adam Warlock.
Okay, that'll be good.
That's what I'm hoping that because he was a villain at first, and he came back and followed this.
Correct. It'll be interesting. Okay, all right, you ready?
Yeah.
What type of doctor is Doctor Strange?
Oh, that was a neurosurgeon?
A neurosurgeon. Very good. All right, we'll give you one more. Let's see here. What does SHIELD stand for?
Strategic Homeland. I can't remember all of that. I'm sorry.
Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division.
Yeah.
I'll give you one more so you go out on a win.
All right. And that was a hard one.
Who was able to pick up Thor's hammer in Endgame?
Oh, you gave my brother that one.
Okay.
That one's Captain America.
Thor's hammer is made from a metal of a dying.
Star.
Very good.
Uru.
No, you said right. Star.
Yeah, but his name is going to call it Uru.
Yes. That's extra. That's bonus points, man. All right, we're going to go ahead. What do we got for him? 2 passes to a future movie, man. Thank you, man. Hit the like button and take some photos and tag us in it. We want more people to come, and we can't do that without y'all's help. So, at Horizon Cinemas. And
I love these guys.
Yep, and find us on YouTube and find us on all the social media platforms.
Will do.
All right, man. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, man. Let's go ahead and let's. This was a good show.
Oh yeah.
We got through an hour and a half, man.
Time flew
We
by.
did it. We did it. So, all right. Out of everything that you saw tonight, what was the most fun for you?
Well, tonight, I mean, I just like people in the questions. It's so much fun just
Yeah.
watching people like diehard fans. I mean,
Yep.
they all get it. They get all excited,
Yeah.
right? And I don't blame them. It's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and I'm excited. I'm actually going to watch the movie after this, so I will be watching the movie tonight. So I'm excited about that. And the next I'm not quite sure when the next episode is, but be on the lookout for it. Watch us on Facebook and YouTube is where you can watch these shows, and make sure you share it. Just because we're not live, go back and replay it for people. Let people know. And make sure you're following us on all social media. You can see here on Instagram at Horizon Cinemas, Twitter, Facebook. At TikTok, it's at Horizon.cinemas. And then obviously here on YouTube at Horizon Cinemas. Seth, man, I had a good time tonight. This was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a blast.
I want to say thank you to the entire Aberdeen location. You guys were wonderful, every last one of you. Okay. Daniel, you were great. Thank you for tonight, man. You were awesome. Guys, we will be back in the future for a podcast at the movies. I'm Stephen Daniels. And make sure you guys go support your local theater, wherever it is that you're watching. But if you're here in Maryland, come to Horizon Cinemas.
It's the best place
Don't go
around.
anywhere else. Come to Horizon Cinemas. We love you all. We'll see y'all later. Peace.